I've really been in the process of building up my fall collection here lately. You know, I really was sad that summer was coming to an end, but now that I've kind of gotten a taste of some cooler fall weather and I've started to break out some of my cooler weather fragrances, I'm honestly pretty pumped for fall. And that's part of the reason why I'm taking so long on releasing my top 10 fall fragrances list, is there are a few other things I want to pick up before I upload that. I'm not going to lie to you guys, there is a lot of stuff on my wish list for fall and winter. I really want to focus on building up my cooler weather fragrances this year, because looking at my collection right now, it is very strongly favoring the fresh, citrusy summer fragrances. That is generally my preference, but I really have been getting into some sweeter fragrances, some fougere fragrances, so I really want to build that up this fall and winter. So today I'm going to be going over the 10 fragrances that are on my wish list for fall of 2019. I may pick up some of these, I may not pick up some of these. It really just depends on what deals I can find on these, and you know, I am going to prioritize some of these over some other ones, but here's just 10 fragrances that I really want to pick up and wear this fall. Before we do get into the list though, if you are new here to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Also turn on post notifications and give this video a like. Doing all that really helps the channel out, and it helps to make sure that these videos are delivered directly to you so you can watch them easily. So let's get started with this list. Starting off with the first fragrance here, we have 1 Million Privé. So I sampled this one a while back, and I have to say I really am a big fan of this scent. It's sweet, it's spicy, it's sexy. It's a really nice flanker to the original 1 Million. This stuff is really nice and really impressive. And I don't think that sample I have is going to quite cut it. You know, I really want to get into a 100 ml bottle sometime this fall, maybe this winter. We'll see. I just know I really like the scent, and it's one that I can definitely see myself reaching for quite a bit. The second fragrance we have is Bleu de Chanel Parfum. So this is another one that I have a sample of, and ever since I tried it, I'm like, wow, that is very nice. I did own just a small 50 ml bottle of Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum a while back. I ended up selling it just because I wasn't wearing it and I wanted to purchase something else. And ever since then, I've kind of been craving Bleu de Chanel here and there, and I really want to go with the Parfum because, you know, I really like that one. I think that one would be really well suited for the fall because it does have a little bit more depth, it's a little bit more rich and full-bodied, and I think it would work great. So I don't know when I'm going to pick this one up. I want to spring for the 5-ounce bottle when I do purchase it, so maybe you'll end up seeing that one in my fall list, maybe not, who knows, it just really depends. Pretty much the only route to go with that one is buying it at full retail, which is, you know, on the more pricey end of things. Up next we have Thierry Mugler Pure Malt, and also Pure Havane. I'm just kind of grouping these two together. So I've been wanting to try some of these fragrances for a while, and you know, I feel like Pure Malt, Pure Havane are going to be a couple great ones for the fall and for the winter, so that's ones that I'll probably end up picking up at some point. They are on the more affordable end of things from what I've seen, $50-$60 for 100 ml, which is solid, so I'll probably end up going for it at some point. Up next we have Parfums de Marley Latent. Trust me, I hear you guys, I listen to you guys. A lot of people have asked, you know, why don't I talk about any Parfums de Marley fragrances? I don't really think I've mentioned any in any videos. I don't think I've reviewed any, haven't included any in any top 10 lists. People want to know why. And no, I don't have it out against Parfums de Marley or anything. To be honest with you, I just haven't picked any of them up. Now, I have tried a sample of Latent. I've tried Habdan, and I believe I've tried one or two more. I can't remember off the top of my head. I have sampled them. They just really haven't made enough of an impression on me to where I want to go out and purchase a bottle. So yeah, that's basically the news there. No, I don't have any beef with Parfums de Marley. I just don't get any of them for free, and I personally haven't wanted to purchase any of them myself up until now. You know, I've really been thinking about it, and I do want to pick up a Parfums de Marley just to kind of kick off my collection, because I know once I get one, I'll probably start to want to pick up more and then, you know, keep the process going. So I think I'm going to start out with Latent. I believe that'll be a perfect one for fall, perfect for winter. That's probably what I'm going to end up going with here pretty soon. Up next, we have Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Now, I smelled this one a long time ago at a department store in Chicago, and this was when I was relatively new to collecting, and it honestly blew me away. Now, at that time, I couldn't afford to buy it at retail, and even now, I still really don't want to have to buy it at retail just because it's expensive. Even on discounters, it is still expensive, so, you know, that's one that I have been putting off, but I think I'm going to finally pull the trigger on it. It smells fantastic, it's nice and sweet, and I believe it'll be awesome for fall. And it'll also work great for winter as well. But that scent is, you know, relatively popular. I mean, it is a Tom Ford, and it is from their, regular line of fragrances. It's not in the private blend, so it is a little bit cheaper than the private blend stuff. But I still don't think too many people are going to be wearing Noir Extreme, just because most people who are buying colognes aren't going to be spending that type of money. And it's one that I just don't really hear talked about that often anymore. I believe a couple reviewers have mentioned it in their fall list. I believe Sebastian from Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews put that in his fall designer list, but other than that, I don't hear it talked about all that much. Like I said, for me personally, it was one that I loved ever since I first tried it back when my nose was completely a beginner. So I think now I'm finally gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on it, and I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to wear it more this fall and winter. Up next, we have Mancera Hindu Kush. So this is another one I tried a sample of, and I don't even remember where I got the sample. And I think I got my sample from Alan over at Beverly Hills Perfumery. I purchased something from him, and he offers, I think it's 4 free samples with every bottle purchase, and that was one of them that I picked up. And I honestly wasn't too sure what I was going to think about it at first, and once I tried it, I honestly really enjoyed it a lot. I tried posting a split on Facebook to get people to join in and then sell samples of it, but that ended up not filling, so I just ended up not getting a bottle at all. But I still do really want that scent in my collection. It does smell very nice, and I think I'm finally going to go ahead and pull the trigger on it, especially because now that it has been out a little while longer, it's going to be a little bit cheaper. At the time, it was like a newer release, and it was a little bit more on the pricey side of things. But Hindu Kush, really, really nice. It does have cannabis in there, but it's not too crazy. It's not a crazy, strong cannabis note. I think it's easily wearable in the fall and winter time. Just really, really pleasant scent. And of course, like every Mancera out there, very strong performance as well. I really miss that stuff, and I really want to get a bottle of it because I can't find my sample. It just sucks. So I need to get a bottle of that one, and I'm excited. Up next, we have Prada Luna Rossa Black. So this is another one that I tried a while back. Grabbed it just a small, like 2 ml sample of it, and it's really nice. I can't remember the exact notes in that one, but I do believe it has like amber and tonka bean if I'm not mistaken, and it's one that I really enjoyed, and it's one I definitely want to pick up. And you're probably seeing a trend here. I have sampled a lot of these. I think basically all of them so far on the list as I'm looking here, and there's a few towards the end that I haven't tried yet, but I have sampled a lot of these, and that's something that I would really recommend you guys do as well. I mean, you guys know me. I'm all about blind buying stuff, and I still do blind buys on occasion, but I also sample stuff as well. 2 ml samples, just small samples, aren't that expensive, and a lot of times if you're purchasing from the right people, you can often score some carded samples for free. If you are friends with them, you make good relationships with people in the community, a lot of times people will hook you up and give you a lot of free samples and stuff, and it's really a great way to explore scents that you maybe have never even considered trying. Because I know for me, for a lot of these on this list, I never really paid any attention to until I got a sample of them for free, just because someone was being nice and they threw it in, and to which I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and try this because I got it, for free. It might as well. And once I try it, I really end up falling in love with it. So I really encourage you guys to do the same, sample stuff, make relationships with people in the community. People will hook you up, and it'll really make it a lot easier to discover fragrances. Anyway, Prada Black, one I'm definitely going to be wanting to pick up for fall. Up next, we have Paco Rabanne Pure XS Night. So this is the newest release. This is the newest version of Pure XS. I had the original a while back. I believe I included it in my fall list last year. Ended up selling that bottle just because I wasn't wearing it that much. Even though I sold it, I still did enjoy the scent, and I really want to try out Pure XS Night. I feel like it's going to be an improvement over the original. I haven't tried this one though, like I said, so this one would probably be a blind buy, and I'm looking forward to it. And up next, we have Armani Code Absolute. So this is another one that I have not tried yet, but I really would like to. And this, I believe, is the newest flanker of the Armani Code series. I'm not fully sure of the notes on this one either. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know it has vanilla, I believe, maybe tonka bean. I can't remember for sure, but I know it's a sweeter fragrance, and I know some people have kind of compared it to Armani Code Profumo. So we'll see. Maybe I'll pick this one up, maybe not. Who knows? It just kind of depends. Do have a lot of stuff here on this list, and I'm discovering new stuff that I want to try every day. So may end up picking this one up in time for the fall list, but most likely probably not. But even if I don't get it in time for my fall list, I still will record a review on it if you guys are interested, and again, if I do actually pick it up, because I am pretty interested in it, so we'll see what happens. And the last fragrance on this list, we have Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Parfum. So the main reason why I'm really curious to try this one, and no, I haven't tried this one yet either, so this one will be another blind buy, and that is because it gets compared a lot to Dior Homme Intense and Valentino Uomo Intense. As you guys know, Durham Intense, one of my favorite designer fragrances of all time, one of my favorite just fall and winter fragrances of all time. So I really want to test it out and see, you know, if it can hold up to Durham Intense and Valentino Uomo Intense. You know, we'll see what happens here. I know Givenchy can make some fantastic fragrances. Gentleman Cologne, the newest flanker to the Gentleman series. I have that one and I've worn it a lot this summer. Really, really great scent that actually does use iris. So that's kind of cool that they're starting to utilize that note more. So I'm really curious to try Gentleman EDP. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it holds up to Durham Intense and Valentino. My personal guess is that it's probably going to be a more wearable version of those two, but again, I haven't tried it. That's just speculation there on my end, but I am curious to pick it up. And I do believe that it also comes in at, you know, a more competitive price point compared to the two I just mentioned. So, you know, hopefully it's a good alternative to those two, and then hopefully I can recommend it to you guys. So guys, that is it for this video. That is 10 fragrances on my wish list for fall of this year. So hopefully I'll pick some of these up soon, but we'll see what happens. So let me know down below in the comments which fragrances you guys want to pick up for fall and for winter if you want to. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. So as always, if you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss when I post. And that's going to do it for me, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.